Hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me and my headscarf today. We are Ask Heather G. Okay. And I am in a very light, fun, easygoing mood. I really wanted to tell this story because after I put out my Real Shit No One Talks About video where I was talking about my move to the West Coast and some of the trials and tribulations I kind of went through getting here and staying here and working here in Los Angeles, well, I had some requests of people who really wanted to know how it was. I was fortunate enough to work beside Miss Kerry Washington on ABC's hit show Scandal. And so let me tell you the story. So once I got to the Los Angeles area, I actually, it's a place called Central Casting, and I believe Central Casting is both here and New York, maybe some other markets as well, but I know for sure they're in Los Angeles and New York. And my friend's little brother, I think I mentioned that in my last video that I moved over with one of my good friends, his brother and his two sons. Well, his brother was really into like the modeling, acting. He really wanted to figure out how he could break into the whole industry, and the best place to start is to get registered with Central Casting. So me being the person I am, I took him to Central Casting after waiting on the line, and I am somewhat interested in that industry. I was like, you know what, I might as well put myself on file as well. Why not have a headshot on file? Who knows what might come up. They'll call me for some things, right? Wrong. Because I thought that it was an agency that basically booked you, but it's kind of an agency or a service that allows you to call in, see what projects you might be right for, and submit to those. And if one of the casting directors like you, or they think that you would be a good fit for the project, they will then call you back to have you do that extra scene, that feature role on whatever project said project is. So back to how I got to Scandal. After registering, I didn't hear anything because, like I said, I wasn't calling them. I think I was thinking at first that they were going to call me, but I wasn't getting any calls. And I remember I was on my way to Greece. This is probably about 3 months later, and literally as I'm on my way through the airport, I get a call saying that they wanted me, Central Casting, wanted to book me for a 4-day shoot for House of Lies. Okay. I mean, I would have loved to have done that, but I was literally on my way to Greece, and it wasn't for like a main role, it was for like an extra role, and I was already, it was just a lot up in the air. Business-wise, on that front, I didn't really know what to do. I didn't have an agent, a manager, no one to advise me anything, so I was like, I'm gonna go to Greece. However, I don't want these people to think I don't want to work, and since they don't typically call you, if they call me again, regardless of what it is, I'm going to say yes. And so, as soon as I got back from Greece, which I love Greece, by the way, side note, amazing place to visit, but after I got back from Greece, I actually had a call on my, a voicemail on my phone saying that they wanted to book me for a fitting for some TV show where the actress had got pregnant. I kind of fit her description. They wanted to get some looks in front of the camera just to see how she would carry the belly and how these different items would look on her. So I went in with no expectations. I thought that I'm just going to some random show that might be trying to get picked up, or, I didn't really know, but I was like, whatever, like, I'm going to do it because this agency doesn't typically call you to do projects, so, this is the second time they're calling me within a couple weeks. I think I should definitely say yes to something. So I went in, get to the front gate, telling the guy, yeah, I'm here for some show. I think they had told me it was called Damage Control. Now I realize I was doing Damage Control. The show was actually Scandal. And the guy goes, I don't know what they told you, but you are headed over to Scandal, Miss Lady. And I'm like, okay, because that is even better, because at the time, Scandal was the only show that I was watching. And so you talking about knowing everything about the character, Kerry being someone that I was looking up to, or still look up to, an amazing person, an amazing actress, love her, brilliant, she's smart, and the rest is history. I went in there, I killed it, I knew everything about the show. Director of photography ended up coming in, asking me to walk in front of the camera. Once he did that, y'all, I was like, I got this. Because This is the only TV show I watch, and I know that I know Kerry's walk. I know Olivia Pope's swag. I know her walk, that confidence, that, you know, the way she flips her hair. I knew all of that. So sure enough, I get in front of the camera. I'm walking through Olivia Pope and Associates, the office that's on the fictional office that's on the set of Scandal, and I'm killing it. I know, I feel so confident in my walk. I feel so good. Sure enough, I see the producer and the director of photography like kind of like mumbling behind the camera, and in my heart I just knew, I was like, they're gonna ask me to stay. And sure enough, by the end of that day, they said, hey, we're on hiatus, but if you want a job, we're gonna call you back in 3 weeks. We would love to bring you on as Kerry's body double. Anytime there's scenes that she can't shoot because of certain angles that's not going to be flattering, or that just wouldn't make sense. She wasn't pregnant in the show, so it wouldn't make sense for her to have a belly bump. So anytime they could use me in those scenes, that's when they would pull me and use me. Yeah, just be open, let things go, let it flow into you, and it will make sense, and it will come to you at the right time, right place. Just make sure that you're prepared and you're ready to go so you can crush it. And that is my Scandal story. I worked with Kerry Washington. I saw her every day. She was in hair right before I went in. She's an amazing human being, as well as everyone else on the show. Shonda Rhimes is amazing. Scott Foley, who plays Jake Ballard, so humble, such a beautiful person, not just aesthetically, but he's a beautiful person inside and out. Tony Goldwyn, he plays the president. Everyone was just awesome. Even Columbus. I know that people have their views on some of the things that took place in media. I can't attest to that. All I know is how he treated me, and he was also a very awesome, amazing human being. As always, everyone, thank you so much for taking the time to hear me out, listen to my story. As I said earlier, make sure you are very open to opportunities. Let it flow into your life. Say yes. And yes, share, subscribe, like, a thumbs up, the whole nine. I love you so much, and join me next time. Stay young, live free.